What it do? What it do? Welcome to the Genius Club. I'm your boy Lean Jeans, and I got a couple topics, man. I got a couple topics today, man. Let's get right into it, man. Well, so before I bring this shit up, right? I want to talk about what's gonna happen about this shit because it's kind of hilarious to me, right? Motherfuckers going crazy about this Donald Trump and goddamn Camilla, whatever, however you say his fucking name. But Candace Owens be snapping. I be tuned in to Candace Owens, man, because she be going off on motherfuckers. So Candace Owens was like, what she say about she was like, damn, I'm gonna just let her say it, folks. Like, let's see what she say about LeBron. This shit crazy.
Posted. Black people, white people, everyone just calling him out and being like, dude, what is this trash? Let's look at some of these comments. And these are, by the way, in a row. We're not looking for comments that are like anti-LeBron. This is literally the first comment underneath this post. The biggest one is I'm voting for Trump button. That's got 18,000 likes. The next is the king of basketball, no doubt, but the man has no brains with politics. He has no brains, period, by the way. He's all brawn, no brains. That's actually, he should use that. No, all brawn, no brains. Trump for president. All of these celebs are sellouts. No matter who you support, this is fake advertising. I mean, that really is the best comment. No matter who you support, this is fake advertising. Do better, LeBron. This is why MJ is the GOAT. You sold out. And I always say this, like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant were just so much more sophisticated and intelligent and aware of how the industry would try to use them to sell crap. And they just didn't take the bite. They never bit the bullet on that. So he is just the most disappointing talent in the NBA, in my opinion. Next up, this person writes, I'm voting Trump. Love you, Bron, but this ain't it, bro. Vote Trump. No party like a Diddy party, right, LeBron? As a Laker fan, I lost all my respect for you. Ain't no party like a Diddy party, right? Another reason you'll never be over MJ. And so you can see the sentiment. It really was uniform. I commented and he actually hid my comment where I was just like, man, like, what do they have on you? Because this is so ridiculous. It almost seems like it's not even a good effort when you're just going, he's literally Hitler. He's showing clips of newspaper articles calling Trump Hitler as if that somehow makes it true. I am telling you, it's just his education level to me is something that has always been impressed upon me. Whenever I see him reading that first page of every book and pretending that he's become educated, it's embarrassing. And I just hope that Black Americans realize this. You can appreciate him as a basketball player, but you should also appreciate the fact that he's not a person that you go to when it comes to understanding politics or understanding policy, because he has no idea what he's doing. He's being told what to say and what to do. And usually he's a walking contradiction. Now, I just want to show this video because it's one of the greatest of all times when somebody actually asked him about the book he was reading, because he notoriously always walks into the locker room and he's reading the first page. And so finally a journalist asked him, like, hey, how's that book you're reading? And LeBron James obviously cannot answer the question because LeBron James does not read any books. Take a listen.
Taylor, you want to follow up?
Yeah. So you're holding the autobiography of Malcolm X along with Alex Haley. I don't know how far you are into the book, but what's your biggest takeaway so far?
I kind of just started a couple days ago.
Always.
But I've read and a lot of notes over the years. It's my first time actually reading this from start to finish. But just a very, very smart man. Very, very, very smart man. And basically, his words in the 60s and what was going on is actually what's going on today still. Him understanding how powerful the Negro can be. He used that word a lot. How powerful we are, but we have to unite, and we have to be together. We have to stand strong, because there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be things that's going to be thrown at us where they try to weaken us. They try to make us feel like we're not kings and queens, and it's going to come from all different races and different shapes and sizes and things of that nature, and just a very powerful minded gentleman, and it's unbelievable to kind of read something that's coming directly from him. Just hate wish I had the opportunity to meet him. Obviously, we know what the situation that happened among not only him, but Dr. Martin Luther King, some of the greats that's ever walked this face of the earth, not only just here in America, but in this face of the earth. So it's a pretty interesting book so far.
I'm sorry you guys had to have been in a state of pain watching that. Look, I think it's actually very relatable. I love it because I was an English major. I take all the AP English classes. We were always having to read a book. And there were so many days where I just didn't read the chapter. And then you get like a surprise pop, write a 1-page, a little essay about this chapter. And that's me. I'm like, Wuthering Heights, Jane Austen novel. It's just amazing to be able to read this Jane Austen novel. And Mr. Darcy was a very, 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 very powerful man. And it's just amazing to really consider this time period and to really comprehend the way that people were living in this time period in the house. And it was very unique. And for me to be able to read this sitting here in 2006, to appreciate what it means to be in this age and the things that Jane Austen wanted to deliver. And I really love the usage of the imagery and to think about the plants. And I'm getting an F, aren't I? It's the realest thing LeBron James has ever done because he's a fraud. All right, guys. Now let me tell you about 7.
So, she definitely went in on Bron. On Bronny. Yeah, I don't even watch basketball like that. I ain't really no basketball person, but I know he he the truth. I don't wear LeBrons and no shit like that, right? I did have a pair of Kobe's and everybody got Jordans, you know what I'm saying? But that's beyond the point. I kind of agree with what she's saying about, come on, man. You is looking like you don't know the book. There's several things about it, and I ain't knocking you. You know what I mean? Because you a Hoover. You gonna get props for that. You know what I'm saying? But all that old pandering, it's looking like you pandering, bro. That's what it's looking like. It looking like all the celebrities pandering. So I ain't just on you. Straight up. So she did go in on him, And that shit was funny. I had to bring it to y'all one time, you know what I mean? Because it was funny to me. Fuck. All right, so let's get into some more shit she was talking about goddamn Trump. This shit was funny too. This shit was actually hilarious to me because it was like a whole little setup. It was like a joke he had to write. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga writing jokes and shit, man. So let's get into Trump real quick, man. See how he do it, man. You know how Trump come out there, man. You know what I'm saying? He be standing on business, and he seems realer than the other party, and that's just from me to you, because the other party, they doing a whole lot of pandering, right? It's like, hold on. At least Trump being himself. I don't know who the fuck she is. I don't give a fuck no way, either or. But we finna get into it. It's that Trump shit right here. I'm gonna let y'all. I'll come back after this shit, man. Look.
All right, let's get into this. Did Donald Trump watch this series and then just throw out a racial slur? Did he call Kamala Harris a cracker? I don't endorse calling people crackers, but Donald Trump did indeed call her a cracker. We're gonna let you listen to it.
She's a total train wreck. And by the way, I looked at her this morning. She had a little news conference. It lasted for like 2 minutes. She's exhausted. She's exhausted. She's a train wreck who is totally unqualified to be the president of the United States of America. There are some people who thrive under pressure, and there are some people who crack under pressure. She's a cracker. And the more pressure Kamala has, the more you see it happening.
He did. I'm sorry. I'm going to Snopes this. It is a fact. He called her a cracker. I can't believe it. The racial slurs. I don't endorse it. But it is true that Kamala Harris is white. She is indeed white. Obviously, I'm being tongue-in-cheek. Obviously, he wasn't being racist, but it was very funny given the series that we have been doing. And I want.
Hey, that's funny as hell, though. Hey, shout out to Candace Owens, man. She be doing her thing, man. Yeah. I did want to touch on something though, like, a lot of people like, okay, is Kamala Harris. Cause I heard, a couple motherfuckers on there. I ain't gonna say nothing. Well, I could say his name if I want to, cause I fuck with him. You know what I mean? But he did say this, but I ain't gonna say his name. Fuck it, I'm gonna say his name. Celeb Source, right? I be tuned into Celeb Source. I like his videos. You know what I'm saying? But he did say that Kamala Harris is black, and it's different. It different side. You know what I mean? Every people got different views and different type of facts. You don't know what's real, what's fake. But from my understanding, um, her daddy lived in Jamaica. So you would think like, oh, okay, her pops live in Jamaica, so she got damn black, right? Her mom's Indian or whatever they Hindu, whatever they saying she is, whatever. But the problem with that is, you know, just because you from somewhere don't mean you're that ethnic group, right? So, from my research, it's looking like her pops lived in Jamaica, but her pops wasn't black. So, and you are who your father is. So, you know, she probably ain't black. She ain't even giving off the spirit to be black. So I just wanted to make that it might not be a correction until the actual facts come out. But what I done seen looked like it was facts, and then I'm talking about it. You know what I mean? So shout out to Celeb Source though. I fuck with him though. Yeah, but that shit, this man called her cracker though. That shit is hilarious though. That nigga entertaining, man. Come on, boy. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody tuning in with me, man.